Chapter 19. The Secret of Spiritual Life. Maharaj, one boy, Eklavya, wanted to learn archery. The master, Dronacharya, was a great archery teacher. He used to teach the king's family. Eklavya was about 12 years old and came from a lower caste. He observed Dronacharya teaching some small boys. He approached this master and asked him to teach him archery. The master dismissed him, saying the boy would not understand his instructions. Eklavya was determined. He decided to make an idol, a statue of Dronacharya, and took him as his master. He put all his faith in the master and learned the skill of archery from that namesake. The statue was empowered by Eklavya's faith in the master. Guided by his master, he practiced archery every day. He asked the statue, "Am I aiming this correctly or not?" The inner voice said, "Yes, correct, my boy." In this way, through direct knowledge, he perfected the skills of archery. Sometime later, there was a contest. Dronacharya made an announcement. "See that dog over there? It will keep its mouth open. You must fire the arrow straight in such a way it doesn't touch anything or cause any harm." Arjuna was the first to fire. He had learnt from his master. He fired the arrow, but it didn't hit the target. Eklavya's turn came. He fired the arrow perfectly and won the contest. Dronacharya was amazed. He asked Eklavya, "Where did you learn such skill?" Eklavya replied, "Master, you've given me this knowledge." Dronacharya said, "No, you did not learn it from me." Eklavya explained that he'd made an idol of his master, and that was how he received the knowledge. The next part of the story is most important. Dronacharya said, "Okay, you're now my disciple, but you have to offer me something." "I will give you anything you ask," he said. To test his faith, Dronacharya demands Eklavya's thumb. Here, cutting off the thumb means acknowledging the source of knowledge. It is the master's knowledge and not his own. Eklavya obeys. The story has deep meaning. You must have strong faith in the master, whether he is in the body or not. With full concentration, full faith, full trust like Eklavya, spontaneous knowledge will arise. This is an example of the inner dialogue which happens when there is full self-involvement. It is the highest devotion, the last devotion. Talking with selfless self. Atma Nivedanam Bhakti. You have to convince your selfless self. It means address yourself. Ask yourself inwardly. Address yourself. Ask yourself inwardly. Inner questioning and answering takes place. You're convincing yourself. Questions and replies are appearing instantly. Without anybody's help. This happens because the master is already within you. It is conversation with selfless self. Your trust and faith are essential so that your conviction can grow and become like that demonstrated by Eklavya. Complete faith in you and in the master cannot be stressed enough. In India and elsewhere, miracles happen to many people who have this kind of strong faith in stone idols. You may wonder how this is possible. The stone is only a namesake. Miracles happen because you are the principle. First have faith in you and then faith in God. You can talk about everything under the sun with the use of the intellect, but with strong faith you can make something manifest. Real faith means to serve the master without any ego. Don't misuse your power. Sometimes things may happen that you have willed to happen. If this occurs, don't take any ego, for it will spoil your spiritual life. Individuality is supposed to melt away. If you have complete faith in yourself, this means that you become one with the universe. It is selfless devotion. All the great saintly people had immense faith in their masters, so much so that nothing could affect them. Be devoted to your selfless self and watch the miracles unfold. Don't share these with anyone, as it will allow the ego to take hold of your spiritual body, and then you might say, "I've had this and that experience." This will lead to a feeling of superiority. and you will think or say something like you don't know anything and start making comparisons. This is not good for the spirit and will spoil and complicate your devotion. Have faith and trust in this simple knowledge.